Well, moon's over my hammy with a side of sunny side eggs over hash brown. That's the name of this one, Homeless and Confused. We're beyond the midway point of being homeless, but we're making do. We're still working, managing to try to maintain stability and sanity all at the same time. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, other than the fact that it's hotter and crap outside right now, I just don't get what's going on, man. So, if you haven't been following, let me just get you up to speed here. So, a couple months have passed. I got kicked out of my house. Wife says that I'm scary, I'm crazy. She doesn't love me. Says I do bad things to her and the kids. It's not true. Anyway, my response to the court via documents and a statement shows otherwise. But we'll wait for a day in court. The interesting thing is during this time, I've been trying to do my homework and my due diligence and making sure that I'm trying to provide what I can without crossing the lines and getting myself in trouble and or i.e. arrested. So, I've figured out a way to treat the kids by ordering pizza online and having it delivered, sending money to my wife's account to help pay the bills as I get the information. Not getting all that information, she went through and changed everything. So I can't just call the electric company and ask for a balance because they're going to tell me I'm no longer on the account. However, the notifications are still being sent to my phone. I don't know if I should have said that, but I'm able to take care of that, and I'm able to take care of the internet and the Netflix, things like that. So that way, it's not going to be a huge burden on both parties, for me at the end and her during the time that she doesn't have a job at the moment, at least that I know of. Now, I didn't call my kids last week because the following day of the day I was supposed to call them was my birthday. I didn't want to have any sort of emotions wrapped up into that short minute of like 20 minutes max that I could talk to them. They didn't recognize Father's Day. So I'm a little emotional about that. And I'll have to say, I definitely would have cried my eyes out. So I didn't want to have to deal with that because I was at work and, you know, I don't know. I'm a man. But then again, I'm human. You know what I mean? So I sent an email again to the attorney. Come to find out, lo and behold, he's not a family law attorney. He's I guess a paralegal. He said he stated to me he wasn't an attorney for family law, and that I would have to consult with the divorce attorney because there's complications in the divorce. Now that's the part I don't understand. That's the moons over my hammy with the two sides of sunny side up eggs over hash browns. I don't get it. This is the guy who went into court. Prior to going into court, tells me in the lobby that he doesn't have time to be in court today. So he goes to the judge and tells him, hey, Your Honor, can we have a continuance? I got 3 witnesses I want to bring in. 3 witnesses. I hope they're not the kids, but then again, I wish they were, because the kids will tell the exact truth if they haven't already been manipulated by the circumstances. So this guy's not an attorney. He's a wannabe attorney in training, and yet he's the one that made it possible for me to be where I'm at today. This would have been fixed already. This would have been, we would probably have already had the division of property, because the thing is, I could go to the house right now and get my stuff, but I got to call the police department. I got to have the police department stand by, wait for me to load up the truck if they show up, because it takes hours for that to even happen. Then if something happens, they have to leave. And if they leave and I'm in midstream putting stuff in the truck, then I got to leave. And that means I'm going to waste money, waste time. You know, it's going to be nerve-wracking. It's not like I can just show up with a truck and start throwing stuff in the garage in the truck, because that's how people think. People think, just grab your things and just throw it in there, guy. Don't put it in boxes. Don't be cautious and careful with your items, because you don't mean anything. You don't exist. Not only as my wife, not only has the attorney, not only has the system, not only have people that I'm friends with, smeared me out already. Gone. Disappeared. Out of here. It's crazy. It's do you know 300 men a day commit suicide, and of those 300 men, 20%, 22 or so, I don't know what the number is, but it's a fairly significant number, commit suicide, veterans. You know, is that what they're gambling on? Are they thinking, oh, this guy's gonna just off himself? You know, there's the jumper on the Coronado Bridge almost daily. I thought about it. I don't have any swim trunks. They're at the house. I would have to call the police department to preserve the peace to go get my lobster shorts so that I could go jump off the Coronado Bridge, because this bullshit that everyone is playing, it takes a toll on your mind. Now, I didn't call the kids last Friday because Saturday was my birthday. 52 years old. Thank you very much, motherfuckers. Thing is I didn't want to get emotional on the phone. And I thought the best thing to do was just to not stir up, because there's a lot of things going on. Which, in the email that I got yesterday from this assistant attorney, or this attorney assistant, I don't even know what his title is, to be exact, because he's not an attorney. But maybe he is. He says he's not a family law attorney. Then what kind of an attorney are you? Who walks into the courthouse with Apple earbuds in his ears during the proceeding of a judge who's going to make a decision on the fate of your life and the decision of your family, who uproots you from your home with lasagna in the oven, tells you got 5 minutes to get out of the house. You were supposed to have at least 15 to 20 to grab enough provisions to last you for 20 days per the law. I got 5 minutes for 4 months. What kind of shit is that? If it wasn't for the fact that I was preparing for this moment, I just didn't know when it was going to take place. Unbelievable. The amount of bullshit that I'm having to deal with. Get my guns taken away. Get treated like fucking shit. I get ignored. And that's what he explained to me in the first paragraph of his 2-paragraph email. Oh, I'm sorry. The reason I don't talk to you is because I have limited capabilities of supporting my client. Meaning that he's only allowed to do so many things, but yet he tells me at the beginning, when we were supposed to get this all set up, the best thing for you to do, Rob, is to email me if you have any questions or concerns that you want to bring to your wife's attention. So that way you go through me. 3 emails prior to this one with him. Nothing got done. All I wanted to know is, what's the number? What's the number she needs right now for this month? Outside of what I know, I need to know, does she need extra money for extra provisions? Because she's obviously using credit cards. That's not a good thing. Someone that doesn't have a job is going to have a credit card payment. Now, you can go to Walmart and get your wipes and your toilet paper and your soap, and you got assistance, so you're getting your milk, your cheese, your bread. But the thing is now, who's going to get the bill? You're going to try to slap that on me at the end? Because no one can say, hey, we need this. And when I asked him, I said, hey, I need to know when she's planning on going school shopping, because my kids are going to need shoes and pants and school supplies. And he says, oh, just send her a number. Okay. All right. Where's she going shopping? Is she going shopping at Walmart, or is she going to Macy's? What's the number? I just, what's going to help? So the only thing I could do is I had planned to send her the exact amount, and here's how I done it. So I can't talk to her, can't communicate to her, because it would be considered stalking, which I don't want any trouble, So I have done already, and I will continue to do, each day that there's something due, you get 1 transaction. And whatever that number is that is owed, that's the amount that goes into that account. That way we wait 24 hours for the cycle, it shows, and then we do another one. That way I can pinpoint every single transaction upon getting the bill that I'm aware of. Now, for the kids and stuff like that, I got a birthday too this month. So the little guy's birthday's coming up. So I'm going to have a separate day for that to send over money for his birthday presents and supplies and things like that. Now we managed to do the pizzas for the kids, and that was pretty easy. I ordered it online. Thank you, Domino's, for taking care of that. I appreciate it. My daughter said that she enjoyed it. So we managed to get that done without having any issues. No communications between me or mom. All I did was ordered it online, had it delivered to the house. Bada boom, bada bang, done. Done. Awesome. Now, why can't going through this restraining order or TRO be as simple as that? But here's the funny part. So this attorney tells me, he goes, now you're gonna have, there's questions about the divorce, and it's getting complicated. I'm like, wait a minute, how is it getting complicated? We haven't even gone to court yet to discuss the matters. I mean, obviously, two parties have come together and two parties have fallen apart. One party says, that's it, I'm done. The other party says, wait a minute, let's talk about this, let's figure this out without getting too hostile and too, crazy about our emotions setting in. Now 2 months have passed. I'm sure things have settled down a little bit. I'm not looking to go back, let me tell you that, for that matter. But for the sake of my children, I want this to be a smooth transition. And it's not. It's not. I'm bitter, I'm angry, I'm upset, as I should be. Now, I am realized that it is time to move the fuck on, because this cannot continue. I'm tired of being used. I'm tired of being treated the way I'm being treated. And I'm sure she's probably tired of being used and being treated the way she's being treated. Now, things wouldn't be this way if things wouldn't be I gotta be careful what I say here, so independent. There's no team effort. That's the problem. There's no understanding, there's no willingness, and as the channel has shown in the past, you would have seen that in the lives. You can't hide that. If someone was to sit there and watch them and understand exactly what I'm talking about, they're gonna be like, yeah, there's a valid point there. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore about this, other than moons over my hammy are awesome. If you order a side of sunny side up eggs and slap them on top of those crispy hash browns, put a little salt, a little pepper, a little hot sauce, and you got yourself a meal. Now, I managed to get that the other night with the proceeds that I've gotten from you guys here on YouTube. I want to thank you. I needed that. I needed that grease. Eating cans of tuna, crackers, and those little fruit containers. Not a bad deal, not a bad deal. It's keeping me alive. But it was nice to have, I guess, the closest thing to a home-cooked meal. So, I want to say thank you guys again for watching the channel. I appreciate everything that you're doing by the comments, liking, the new subscribers. If you are watching this now and you're this far into it and you haven't yet hit the like button, if you haven't yet made any comments about this, I want to hear your opinion. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, think about it. I would appreciate it. But the thing is I want the views, I want the comments, I want the interaction. I need some advice here. I want someone to tell me what they think I should do. Now, apparently, to follow up on this, I've already reached out to the lawyer, this guy I've never met, twice now, asking him to contact me regarding the situation on what's the complication of the divorce when we haven't gone to the court to discuss the divorce. Is it because the court has seen some of the things that I had already presented? Did the wife say something, or there's some issues with the witnesses? I have no idea what's going on. No one's communicating with me. It's frustrating, but all I can say is we got to keep moving forward and keep doing what we're doing so we can sleep at night. My ankle's swollen, and I washed my clothes yesterday. Whew. I'm not smelling perfect, but man, I don't stink. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Love your mother. Hey, comb your hair, will you?